Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another video. I am losing my voice as I try to get it back, and I'm losing it by doing videos, but I'm trying to present you with something. But yeah, let's get into it. Today we're going to talk about the Operation Monster Force. Today we're doing a double video as we talk about the Nocturnal Delta Red and Urban Conditions Delta Red. Now, I've mixed and matched their outfits so you can see kind of what it's like. This is what it's like basically out the box. As we have the figure out the box, I did a head swap, but you know, it's pretty simple stuff. The biggest difference here is going to be our colorway, obviously, and that these actually have the Urban Gear bandoliers molded into the arm. These do not actually come off at all, right? And then for our nocturnal missions for Delta Red, I did some modifications on how you can like do things and gear them up, but I will get into how cool these guys are. I'm actually really excited for these because I didn't know what I was getting into with this line. And I gotta say, this will allow me to really do like horror, bump in the night, undead stuff, as you can pair it with stuff like Blade, Werewolf by Night, Dracula, werewolves, vampires, anything that is supernatural that you want like that urban style with. These will be really, really good to have. Now, with that being said, let us go and talk about looks, articulation, things like that. And these are very similar to like our modern 6-inch stuff that we've been getting with lines as we've been talking with stuff. Now the visor does come down. This is a really cool visor here for the urban condition ones, and this is a swappable one. We'll get into that in a second. These are also modular. You also have an opening here in the back as well as a gear for the backpack on the back, right? Now, what's really awesome, and I kid you not, is that you can actually pop this piece off to add different type of combinations that you want. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the head off, the head and the neck combo, and I'm actually going to undo this so you can see what's going on underneath with our articulation, right? And you can see here, this is actually really different from the renders that they originally had. You can see here we actually have a very beautiful ab crunch here, as well as a lower torso movement to add that extra oomph in the ab crunch. We actually have beautiful butterfly joints. We have this nice pinless, which I used to call seamless, and I still want to call them seamless, but you guys are going to roast me. We have those nice pinless joints here that allow for extra articulation. We have a little bit of a drop down. I won't say it's a lot. We actually have that. And as you can see here, we can rotate our leg up to hit that 90-degree mark. We got a little paint smudge there, but it's no big deal. We actually have a beautiful double jointed knee. I know some people do not like the protruding knee on the knee pads. That does not bother me personally, but I'm going to point it out because I know it may be considered for other people, right? We have a boot swivel, and as you can see, because I didn't heat it up on that leg, it's a little gummy. I'm going to have to heat that bad boy up. And as you can see, we will have ankle pivot. So these guys and their movement is actually really, really solid, right? That means if we want to do stances on the knee, we actually can have that very easy. Nice little hunched overness, right? Getting real life tactical stances, looking really good. Now I'm going to pop this head back on so you can see what it's like. I'm so sorry. Totally forgot about that. But as you can see here, articulation wise, we really have something really, really nice here. The plastic feels really good. It doesn't feel like a bad quality of figure. And I know the head seems a little big, and that's what it is without its armor. When we get into accessories, I'll show you what happens when I pop it off. But yeah, these guys feel good, look good, articulate very, very good. So when you want some undead soldiers for good or bad or for whatever reason to look supernatural, I really feel like out the gate, just what you get right here is really nice. Now, as far as accessories goes, this is where it gets really cool. Now, before I do that, I do want to state that no articulation is really hindered. As you can see here, I'm having a time still crunching him forward, looking really good. It don't look as good, but it still functions as good. Now, real quick, we are going to talk about accessories for both of them. So I'll see you guys in a sec. Now, I'm going to go over the accessories. Now, they do share some parts, so I will go over, if I don't do it twice, that's because it's a shared part, and I think that's pretty obvious, but if it's not, I'm going to state that again right now. Anything I do not go over twice is obviously shared, right? So let's talk about hands. Hands are going to be the most obvious one. What do you want to come with it? Things like that. So with our Nocturnal division, I left the open palmed hands, right? And here we are with them. These are our open monster hands. I really, really like how these came out. They look fantastic, right? Now, you will also get a set of trigger hands. These are vertical pegged, so please be aware. Vertical pegs, so they go up and down, if you don't know what vertical means. You also will get a pair of closed fists. These are on horizontal pegs. Oh, no, that's not the closed fist, and I'm tripping. These are the closed fist, all right? Then you will get open action hands. So these will hold other items, whether it's swords, radios, handles, buttstocks, whatever it is. These are what you'll get with these. And then you will get muzzle effects. So you'll also get the same rifle. And just in case you want to talk about color discrepancy, I think it's a slight color discrepancy. I don't think it's a major issue. And the magazines are removable, right? So with the magazines being removable, you will get a couple of effects. You will get a small muzzle effect. And I do recommend you heat it up. You will get a larger muzzle effect. And, oh, I didn't mean for that to go flying. And you will get a smoking gun effect. Next up, I'm going to talk about the different head sculpts. Now, one that they share is going to be this sculpt, which I really, really love. This is probably my favorite sculpt. So, unfortunately, it is an army builder sculpt, but I really do love how this came out. I think this sculpt is really, really good. I think it's painted really well as well. And the unique sculptness is going to be the different head sculpts. Now, these ones are going to be the mask sculpts. That is because one of them is just colored different. One for the Nocturnal missions, it has a blue visor with red eyes. The other one being all black. So depending on which one you want, you'll see the left is Nocturnal, the black one is Urban Missions, right? Now, we will also get a smaller handgun, and these will be painted different depending on the characters, so I will show them. So Nocturnal gets the blue, Urban gets the black. Same will be for our larger handgun. He has his in his holster, but it's going to be the same way. You will get, yes, oop, there we go. So you will get the same thing here across the board. These also have openings for effect parts as well. Now, what's really cool, and I love this modular effect, is going to be that we can actually do stuff like take these off and add on different parts. You'll get stuff like different satchel fronts, or is it, what do they call them? Sharif called them plates, right? Is it different plates? I'm gonna call it plates. Close enough, right? And if you want, they involve tabs, which is like my mortal enemy. I am no good with tabs. I hate them. Tabbing things on is like the bane of my existence. I always feel like I'm going to break something. But these ones are actually really strong and really durable. And as you can see, you can swap out different parts. Same with our grenades. If you want to take off the grenades, you can actually just really pop them out. And I'm clearly having some issues here because tabbing, right? And we're gonna talk about the different things that we can actually pop on here. Now, you have the option of extra pockets, a pocket for your radio. Ooh, sorry, a pocket for your extra magazines, right? So if you want to put extra magazines in there, you can. There is a pocket for the radio or communicator. And then we have the extra gear like you see on him. So you'll have shoulder pads, and then you'll have pads for the sidearm and holster. These are the leg holsters. So you can actually, ooh, damn, everything's falling on my hand. So for the sidearm holsters, you can actually add, wow, everything really is falling on my hands. You can actually add it to the peg. So if you wanted to add the handgun, you can. You will also get a holster for your knife. Sorry, a sheath for your knife. That seems like a tight squeeze. Now, if you wanted to alternate and pick out how you wanted to do yours, this is how I would do mine. And I'm not speaking for anybody else, but I would do one for the knife, a reverse grip, right? I would do probably one for grenade, as you saw I did here, but I would probably alternate it for these two. But let's say I didn't want that. You actually get the option for, I'm not sure if these are grenades, stakes, flashbangs. These are like probably flashbangs. So you actually pop a set in there. And then I would add maybe a radio for a recon guy, because I'm probably gonna army build these guys, right? And then if you want, you can place an extra one for something else, but you have a ton of different options here. Or you can just make a pocket here, right? What's also really cool is, now I don't know if this is a secret or they don't talk about it, but you can actually remove this front one too to add other stuff as well. So you have a lot of different options here that I truly am like, yo, if you like customizing, this might be a line for you as well. Like, it is a really, really nice way of customizing things. I also wanted to add that, let's say if you didn't like this visor, you can actually remove it and place on a different visor like you saw on the nighttime. Oop. And you can just really just place it through, tab it in, and then we actually have like a monster mash. The grit teeth will just show. So if you want to be a terrifying monster, boom, you can just do it that way. So I really like what you're giving here, as well as what you are with shoulder pads. I will say this though, if you buy the Nocturnal one, he actually gets the elbow pads. The Urban one does not get that because he has these, so he doesn't get the elbow pads. So that's one extra thing you will get. But yeah, with the amount of stuff, I feel like this line was really, really undersold. By the way, you also get bases, but I really do feel like the line was undersold with everything that you get and all the things that's highly customizable. And this is a line to like really look out for, as it's now coming into its way of what's coming out with it and things like that. And I probably dragged this video on, but I really wanted to talk about it because this line, in my opinion, is going to be a highlight of things that people like. So if you like horror, you can get into this. If you like supernatural, you can get into this. If you just like building cool stuff, you can get into this. And I feel like it's an easy army builder line. I think the biggest thing for this line that may have like held it back was a bunch of renders and no updates. But here I am now talking about it, so I can't really complain. This line is going to be something really, really nice. But before we even finalize anything, let us jump into size comparisons so you guys can make more decisions for yourself and hopefully help you decide. So let's get to it. And now we're doing the size comparison. This is where it gets a little tricky because I'm mixing man with monster, so I guess I'll do a mix of stuff. I think I'll mix with other military stuff, Jada, other domestic stuff, starting with another military line, but not supernatural. It's going to be the Valorverse stuff. So here we are with the Vanguard driver. And as you can see, these guys kind of scale out really well. Then we are going to do something G.I. Joe related. I can only have Raptor out at this time, so we're just gonna do Raptor. Bear with me because I really like Raptor, but at the same time, I need to clean after New York Comic Con. It's been insane. So as you can see here, Raptor, the Vanguard driver, two of our Monster Force figures. As you can see, they have a nice streamlined sensibility about them. Are they all the same? No. Are they all different? Yes. But I like the diversity and the different swapping in between the lines that I can do here that really brings something nice to the table that allowed me to pretty much have a lot of fun, if I'm being honest. Now, next up, here we are with a Jada Toys Violent Kin. As you can see, they're a little bit bigger than the Jada Toys stuff. But if we compare to something like a Marvel Legends Dracula, I really feel like it's gonna balance out. As you can see, Dracula's just a tad bit bigger and some ceremonial armor, looking really, really solid. So I feel like you can mix and match your lines here Really, really nice. Another great example of that is, let's say you want to be a bone boy. Everybody knows if you love meatless men, you can just swap into a meatless man of Mythic Legions. Now, bonus points, because this is an Operation Monster Force, I'm going to throw my main man Frankenstein's creature in there. Those big elongated arms, that body. If he's going to be a creature commando here, pun intended, I feel like this is a really good start to be able to blend and match in lines, as even if these were super cool undead soldiers, we have a meatless man for them to fight and a cool creature commando fighting by their side. This is something really nice. And I dropped the ball here. I didn't have time to grab my Hellboys, so I'm going to try to find a way to fit those guys in by looking for them, even if it takes me hours. I'll fit it in later, right? Let's take those guys away. Here we are with a great example of what it's like to have a larger guy. Here we are with a werewolf, and then we have veteran William, the albino version, or white version I should say, and it looks really cool with these guys. Then if you want them to fight a demonic Santa, I feel like this is, again, mixing and matching and having a good time. I feel like you really can have a good time with this, and I feel like that's really cool. Then we have Loose Collector's Murdercow, which is Loose Collector's werewolf. This is Murdercow the colorway, and this is him hunched over looking really cool, but also beastly and gigantic with these guys, right? So mixing and matching lines are one of my favorite things, and I feel like we're really in a good spot where we could have a bunch of cool things like this kind of happen all the time. So Operation Monster Force is hitting the nail on the head for a lot of things with me as I mix and match some stuff. And last but not least, I'm not even going to do Kuga, but my main man Ichigo can be a creature commando now, because I can probably take this head off and put him on one of these and have a damn good time. So yeah, it's really a line that is versatile and really like pumps up the fun. And you gotta do that. You gotta have fun with your toys. If you're not having fun with your toys, it's part of the reason why we have these good memories in what we do. So I hope that you remember that, please. If this video doesn't remind you, I hope somebody else does, please. Now, with that being said, I hope you're well, because it's hard out here. And I hope life does get a tad bit easier for you, because, you know, we all deserve that bit of happiness. So as always, be good to yourself, be good to others. And as always, please, be good, do good, drink your water, guys. Later. So, real quick, wanted to add some bonus monsters in. So here we are with Mezco Toys Mosquatch, and then we have Mezco Toys Hellboy, right? So you have that. We're gonna take these guys away real quick. And then one more thing, well, actually two, is here's the 1000 Toys Hellboy, right? Looking fantastic. And then we're gonna do Count Orlok Nosferatu from Mezco Toys as well. Add a little bit of more Monster Mash to your Monster Mash, right? So yeah. And then one more thing I forgot to add is that please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It does immediately help out the channel, and it means a lot to me because it allowed me to do more for you. And please, as always, for the second time, be good, do good, drink your water, guys. Later.